Hello, my friend. Pay attention to your intentionality and teach yourself to do that regularly and continuously, so that you start by observing where your intentionality and your attention naturally go, or go by habit, I should say. And then gradually you get to see that you can play with it, my friend, and that you're not at the mercy of your intentionality, and you're not at the mercy of your attention. You decide, once you've learned to focus, what you concentrate on and what you exclude. You become aware that you are a lens, and that lens is directed one way or another. It's not random when you learn to focus it and use it, zooming in and out and having different lenses for different things, and enjoying how this connects you to the world in multiple ways, but always variable according to what day it is, what your objectives are, what you're preoccupied with, what you are doing, and how you want to proceed in that world. So, this is something you have to learn, because as long as you don't learn it and you leave it to chance, then it will be pretty random. And what that means is, of course, that it isn't random either, but that your lens gets focused or drawn in and out of what is around you or inside of you by pretty much what the people around you or the circumstances push you into. So, if you want to run your life randomly, let yourself be pushed here and there and everywhere, hither and thither, by circumstances and by other people. That is a way of life. But it is a way of life that will often lead to you feeling dissatisfied, uncompleted, unfulfilled, and wondering whether this is all there's to it. Once you start to become aware that you can focus your attention and that your intentionality is a hugely sophisticated instrument that you can learn to take ownership of. As soon as you learn that, my friend, you will start to feel that you can own your life, that you can be at one with yourself, that you can be purposeful and directed towards the things that are of most value. Now, of course, at that point, new questions arise. What do I want to direct my intentionality towards? Well, it becomes plain and obvious when you start observing the possibilities. It becomes plain and obvious that there are many ways to get it right and many ways to get it wrong. And one way of getting it right, as I always say, is to start by recalibrating your attention to your body and to the nature around you, so that you are active and engaged in the world instead of passive and disengaged or bored or resentful. That is first step. Second step, you tune into other people around you with intentionality by listening to them. I've spoken about this many times before. And paying attention to what they're doing with their intentionality and trying to understand how these things work by observing them. Then it is about really getting to know yourself and listening to your inner world so that it becomes sharper and it becomes more known to you, and you start to love your inner world and know that you can make it wonderful in the way you make your house wonderful too. And then, of course, inevitably, we start to tune into how all of this comes together, how all of it is interrelated, and how that wider structure of the universe and of the life that is around us and inside of us and between us, how amazing and wondrous that is. And when you start tuning into the miracle of it all, everything shifts into another gear altogether. And I want you, my friend, to have that blessing of that miracle of every day that you create with the sharpness of your intentionality, and by playing with all the complexity of it until you know you are getting to some mastery about all of that. And that is the objective. So take care with that. Pay attention to it all and let that light guide you and shine in your life, my friend, both outside and inside of you. Be well with yourself and with the life you have.